Welcome back.
Thank you.
Sagaman, love your channel. Keep up the great work. Thank you for 4 months. Half Finger, thank you for 66 months. Mandatory fun. Weather's too bad to fly here today as well. At least we have some entertainment in the nut house. It's not been great, has it? One Shot Crazy, so close to the next badge. Thank you very much for 5 months. Okay, there we go. Now I just got to prep for the turn.
So did you want these engines for anything else, Sean, or was it just for the milestone?
All the rest of the milestones take them.
I ain't got enough iron to do this job. There's no end game, it's early access. I've got way too much concrete and nowhere near enough iron. That's the problem here. I'm gonna need a lot of iron. It only just launched on early access, good old Jen. It's not still on early access. It launched 2 weeks ago into early access.
Not the whole milestone.
Okay.
You still need to do the heavy frames and the computers.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on the computers now.
Yeah, Bardock, my concern for this game
Taking a look at the frames
always
what they
was
need.
performance. It always was. Like, Factorio scales. Scales very, very well. But this is 3D.
Feeling it's going to be a pain.
3D rendering of, like, factories is tricky.
Probably.
Yeah, but no, and you still get massive frame loss. I ain't surprised. Whilst I've got so much concrete. Wait, what? I'm sure we can do something with that space.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
This is a real annoyance of this game. Like, I want to run along here and just put the same, like, literally do that all the way along. But look what happens. It just tries to decide what it thinks it should be in terms of orientation. Like, stop it. Or at least let me hold a key down to lock the rotation in, so that I can just run along here. Because otherwise I have to stop, rotate it, stop again, rotate it again. That's pretty frustrating.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Paying for demos, no thanks. Wait, what? It's not a demo. We've had this discussion, Yorak. Like, you don't like early access and you don't like paying for early access. That's absolutely fine. But don't call it a demo. It's not a demo. Early access is not demo. Salon Wolf, thank you for 7 months. Sir Leonard with almost 2 years. Right. Why can't I find any plates? There we go. Lots of plates. Probably should get some iron rods as well while we're here. I don't know. Wait, what? We have no surplus of iron rod. You've not had any issues with performance at all. Yeah, but if you play a large factory and then play it in multiplayer, you will start to see some issues. But that's fine. It is early access. They're all being made into screws. No. We don't have any iron rods being made anywhere that we can just grab. They all seem to be being consumed.
We used to have loads in the storage containers.
The only ones I've seen go straight through their storage containers and then onto something else.
Wait, some...
It might be worth splitting the thing again and just having it into its own storage container so it's not being eaten up by assemblers.
Honestly, we need to start doing something with all these screws. We have complete and utter blockage because of a backlog of screws.
I'll be taking some of those soon.
We have thousands and thousands, like a warehouse of screws.
Yeah, that's good because that actually knocks iron rods out of one of my construction phases.
When you get a moment, puppies, and you happen to be on Southside Ramp, get your chainsaw out, lop some trees down.
Okay.
Certain ones that are sticking through bridges.
No problem.
We're screwed! Salon Wolf, I think it's a 7, but thank you. Oh, hello. It's nice having 2 lanes.
Indeed it is.
Exactly, show Mother Nature who's boss.
If you see plastic missing, then there ain't none stored. I've just took it.
You plastic thief, you. Wait, what? There we go.
Okay, if I move, well, if I can pipe some iron plate and some screws upstairs, I can set up the production line for the reinforced modular frames.
Yes, that was our plan, Joe.
Just need to figure out where to bring them up.
That's the tricky bit. Trying to design it so it doesn't look rubbish.
Where
I didn't-
are we?
I didn't finish off taking some of the stuff up, did I?
Well, actually, there are some screws up here as well.
Oh, upstairs is like a billion screws.
So I think I have everything up here I need, because I need concrete screws, iron plate, and steel beams. All that's up here except the iron plate, I think.
Yeah, iron's downstairs.
Just don't mess with the screw production though, because it's perfectly tuned.
Well, all the screws up here are going into a storage container and then not going anywhere else.
I know, but what I'm saying is when we start taking those screws, the machine that's putting them in there is perfectly tuned. Like, it's literally optimized. If you look at it, it's got a shard in there and it's perfectly tuned. So if you start stealing iron from the thing that makes the screws, you'll disrupt that, is what I'm saying.
Oh no, I was just going to take from the line of screws itself, from the actual
That's
storage.
well, the container full of screws is the best place to take screws from. The double container.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
That's cool. I'm just saying that, like, if you think, oh, I need some iron, don't grab it from, you know, before, because the machines are tuned.
Right.
That's
okay,
all.
no.
The only one that's not tuned up there is the steel production, but the screw production is tuned. Everything behind it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to take from behind. I'll just take
Okay.
it straight out of storage.
Yeah, it's fine. Doubly container, we're doubly screwed, exactly. All the screw jokes are coming out now. Still think we need service tunnels. See? Makes sense. Channel Tunnel has them. Oh god, one rod. Are you serious? Saved.
Are we actually making reinforced iron plates somewhere?
Yep.
Okay. I'll take that.
Downstairs towards the east.
That'll save a whole nother line as well.
They take ages to make, they do. They're so hard to make.
Yeah.
Managed to get a better network and they don't have a TBD net. Oh boy, Summy. Oh boy, let me save it before you join. I think Summy wants to join. Remember what happened last night, puppies?
Oh yeah, I see it. Reinforced iron is backed up.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, there's like a few thousand in storage.
Nice, yeah. So just take a feed off the end of it.
It's right near the edge as well, so I can literally just go straight up with it.
Yeah, the best thing to do though when you're coming out of a container is put a splitter and then take a off that, because A, you can come out at 90 degrees, and B, if we want to take them somewhere else, it's dead easy.
Yeah.
So like always split before you come out of a container.
Well, after the container. You can't split
Yeah,
inside
that's
a
it.
container.
Yeah. Merge before, split after, that's what I meant. Oh, you're not going to risk it, Sammy. Oh, you're not going to risk it. Fair enough. I misread. Oh no. These walls full of conveyor holes make this really tricky.
Somebody's wimping out. It's terrible.
You don't know what happened last night.
It was crashing the game constantly last night because he had a bad network. The game seems to be particularly susceptible to bad network. If you've got one player joins you and they've got a dodgy network, your game crashes tons.
Oh dear.
That is what we found last night. Oh, we are blaming Sommy, because Sommy, like, we did a lot of scientific tests, and it was Sommy that was crashing the game, so we thought, like, oh, maybe restart the game. We did all that, then we tried turning his firewall off and stuff, and he switched different networks, and some of the networks are more reliable than others. But what was interesting was the fact that, like, my game, I'm hosting the game, it kept crashing purely because Sommy's network was dodgy. That's it. And as soon as he left, it was fine. Because he's not at home, he's not on his home network. I think, I don't know, Vanilla Donut. I mean, at the end of the day, the game shouldn't crash because of poor network, you know, but that's what it does currently. There's no hidden anti-summy code. You have to ask Coffee Stain. I have to admit, this is the most conveyor belting I've ever built in this game.
To be fair to it, with everything we've got built and going on and all the moving parts in that, it is running pretty stable. And yes, I am touching wood.
Okay.
Paul, would you like an upgraded vehicle in about 10 minutes?
Prefer in 5.
Oh, best.
I'll take a rocket to the moon.
No! Wait, what? I've not run out of stuff. What's going on? Why is that red? What am I missing here? Build it to there, it'll build to there. This is too far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not too far. And it just built them, so why won't it build these? That's so random. Need more screws. Lol. Okay, let me try. Makes no sense at all. Wait, what? Is this run the wrong way then? Maybe that's on the wrong way? No. Can't afford. Wait a... Yeah, I'm out of iron plates now, but when I was trying to do it, it said I had like 70 iron plates. I think I just got a weird like synchronization thing. Yeah, boy. Let's go back. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't updating the amount. That was so bizarre. It's almost like, the thing is, it wouldn't let me build it because it knew I didn't have enough, but it wasn't telling me I didn't have enough. Yeah, when they go to headless servers, I think maybe things should get better, but P2P networking, meh. Luke, how you doing? Look at all those screws. Tree, get out of here. Do you know, like the game just grew a tree up through our floor that's been there for a long time.
Why?
Hey, tree. What did you miss? Well, we couldn't play the original game that we had on the sort of alpha weekend, whatever it's called now. So we've started a different game. Well, carried on with a different game on the Rocky map. And basically, at the moment, we did this today. We built this refinery and bridge out today. I can't see a thing. Where's my service tunnel? There it is. Wow.
What would be
Instant
the
fog?
best place to take or to get rods from?
I couldn't find anywhere that we are making rods that aren't being used.
So
So-
should I tap off of one of the ingot lines and turn that into rods?
Well, this is what I mean. It depends which ingot line you're talking about. If it's the one that feeds the screws, then no.
There's 5 that come into the lower side of the building. They go to plates, by the looks of things.
Is
They're
that the
all
steel
making
stuff?
plate.
Is that
And
the
one of
steel
them's
production?
making rods. Hang on. It comes in the west side of the building. It goes like there's actual ore miners that go straight into smelters, and then it comes in the west side of the building, and it's being turned into some rods and some plates.
I think without knowing what that's feeding.
I'm just following the line of rods to make sure.
What you can do is, if you go and have a look at the iron mine, then I don't think all of them are on Mark II miners yet. So if there's an iron miner that's only a Mark 1, then if you make that a Mark II, you can instantly take all 60 ore off that.
I believe only one of the 3 miners are Mark II.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that line of rods that come in downstairs, they're going into making screws downstairs, which are going into making reinforced plates downstairs.
I think your best bet, Jack, is to upgrade a miner, because you know for a fact that you can take 60 iron ore per minute off that and not affect anything.
Okay.
So, but you'll obviously have to double the smelters as well, and then you can just take all the plates that it brings, but you'll have to belt it all in. It's all work that he's doing.
Yeah.
Welcome to the yak shave that this game is.
Yeah, like this this advanced modular frame wasn't tedious enough.
Yep. Do you have enough miners, or are they a minority? God. Anonymous gifted to "You wish you knew who I am." Well, thank you, White. Anonymous gift.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Love them. Mr. Pupskis,
Yeah.
can I? Where's your chainsaw? I need to do plenty of gardening down here.
Whereabouts are you on the bay?
At the bridge, the big bridge over the big river.
Okay. There's just one problem.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get into my tractor because it's not synced where I parked it, which means you need to jump into it so it pings back into plane.
Okay.
Or Jack can.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you. 15 months, DC.
I shall bring you the chainsaw now.
Hey, crumbs. Right, I'm just on the bridge. If you can just throw it in the back of the truck.
I'm just on my way.
I'm just going to nip for a bio break.
was the button to upgrade a thing from 1 to 2?
What we upgrading?
The miner.
You have to disassemble it and then put it down.
So you could just look at it and replace it, or is that only belt?
That's only belt.
Oh, that's annoying.
Indeed, it is. All that for some frames. You're working on the frames, ain't you, Joe?
I certainly am.
I'm back. What level are we at?
Aye.
We'll be... Once all this infrastructure's done, we'll be advancing quite quickly. Anonymous Cheerer, thank you for the bits. Anonymous gift to hello, this is Ainsley. Well, welcome, Ainsley. Thank you for the sub.
Just gonna upgrade all this belt as well while I'm here.
Okay.
Let's do some gardening. Oh. Are you going to try Outlaws of the Old West? Not 100% sure what that is. No. This is another annoying thing. If you shift click a power shard, it puts it in the fuel tank. Because it can actually power the truck. But you never want to use a shard for that.
So yeah, one thing this game does need that Factorio's got is little robots that can follow you around and deliver stuff.
Logistic bots, yeah.
That would be a dream.
It does slowly consume the shard, yeah. Right. I think we'll bring it to here, then we'll sort of turn a bit. Can you power the chainsaw and truck with the fuel made from oil? Yes. You can actually power the truck from crude oil, but you can only power the chainsaw from biomatter, I believe. It's taken a long time for those goods to get down here. Blimey.
That's iron ore production amped up.
What production?
Iron ore.
Put on Mark 2.
Yep. All the miners are Mark 2, all the belts are Mark 2.
Don't forget to smelt it.
Yeah, I'm just going to do the smelters next.
Well, there's already stuff on the belts. It's stuff coming from the refinery, so currently that's plastic, rubber, and fuel.
Whereabouts you, Paul?
In the river.
I have a surprise for you.
The new upgraded truck, is it?
Yep.
Well, that threw in the surprise.
You should see the size of this thing.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Jake the Gamer, welcome back. Wowzers. That does look like big track now. 6-wheeler. Jeez, man, that's massive. Wait, where's the workshop?
On the back.
Welcome back, Nutter.
This tiny little box.
Wow, that actually has more storage.
Well, I should hope so, considering its size.
Oh my god, this actually looks like an...
Happy
I like the turn on it. Wow, it's actually got rear steering as well. That's insane. That is super cool. What kind of materials did this need?
Frames, motors, rubber, and engines.
Look at that compared to... Wow, and that suspension. It's like an American 70s car. Isn't they just utterly dwarfs this thing?
And it has like 3 times the storage.
Yes, Zany. He's a squirrel
I
logistics
might
skin.
make myself one.
You just knocked that then, did you see that? Can't believe the suspension.
Does it fit through all the little doorways and stuff?
Well, now.
I would say no.
Yeah, I would say no as well. Jay the
I
Gamer.
don't think they've designed a big doorway for one of those
Hope
yet.
all's going well up
Why
on
can't you
Twitch,
just
on as
park
much
it
as I
outside? Why does
hope.
it need to be in the factory?
I can start watching more. Cool,
it
Jake.
rains?
Welcome back. Anonymous gifter to Costa Coffee fan.
I've
Welcome
never
back,
actually seen
Costa.
it rain.
Who knows who gifted you that? Need seats for
Could be like
passengers.
really
That would
bad
be good.
acid rain in this region. You don't know.
I'll start moving in.
I can just push it with my body.
I bet it burns fuel well as well. Can you not? I'm trying to load this.
Such a rogue.
Have I got petals?
How much fuel was left in it?
93 out of 100.
So it used 7 going across the bridge.
That's fuel. That's pretty condensed. Wow. I tell you what, though, if you're going on like a proper construction project, you could take all the materials you need with this.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fuel guzzler.
Do you want me to bring you some fuel? Or
Well, there's a conveyor belt right next to me full of fuel, so I'm good.
I'll just jump back into my little tractor.
Go make a monster. Could do 3 of them.
Jack, would you like a bigger vehicle?
I guess it couldn't hurt.
I shall make 3 of them then.
God, if you got driven over by it.
Haha.
Where's the shard gone? No, I didn't. Fly-by trial. I really, really, really wish the game wouldn't do this. Like, I really don't like... Where did the shard go? I don't like that you shift click and it auto loads the shard into the engine. Like, I don't think it should ever load the fuel tank unless it's empty. The fuel tank... You know, we've lost a shard now,
Oh dear.
thanks to the game. It loaded the shard into the tank somehow.
You need any more? Because I think there's 3 in storage.
No, I don't need them. I'm just annoyed we lost one.
It's done that a couple of times though. Almost made it back to the base. I just hope it can climb this much. Yeah. Come on. Need to get those jetpacks. This is looking impressive.
The next question is, whereabouts do we belt it into the factory?
Yeah, I was just about to say, where are we going to take that?
Where are you going to use it? Like, what production lines is it going to be going towards?
I don't know how it's used.
Welcome back.
At the moment, as it stands, you're probably going to need a third floor.
Thank you, Joe Rounder.
Plastic is used to make computers and circuit boards.
There's a little bit of space upstairs, but I'm going to be taking some of that.
No, but I agree with Jack. We should go on the next floor for this, like advanced production.
Fuel, at the moment, I can just see is fuel. And I've not seen anything for rubber yet. So most of it can just go in storage. And I take it to the third floor and just store it.
We don't even have a third floor.
Well, there's the sort of startings of one. A couple of foundations at what would be third floor height, I guess.
Sarcastic Llama. One off the big 3-0. Thank you very much.
Now, speaking of big trucks, I don't even know where I parked my little tractor. Haven't seen it for a while.
I think it's downstairs, Jack, where the copper is.
Okay. Thought I parked it upstairs. Yeah, no, there it is.
Oh, the brakes. Can we get some like upgraded racing brakes for this truck? Because it does not want to stop.
Huh. That's right, I found my one. It's upstairs.
Hang on a minute, I'll just go to Euro Car Parts and see what I can do.
Cool. If I remember, this has to be 4 high. Yep, that's the start of it there. So it's the 4th height. Oh my god. And that's only for the floor. Ah, I see a problem. I see a problem. Actually, maybe... No, wait, I've hacked it. 1 sec. Like a glove. You have to turn a little bit earlier. As if. Where did Nick Iron Rods from? Oh, okay. What's that?
It's basically called chicken, but it's spiced up.
There you go. pilfering stuff out of the assembler. Yep, tea time. It is indeed. Cheeky time. Thank you. Make the same mistake twice. Boom. Right, we can actually see stuff there. And I'm thinking we'll probably it's probably wise to go the same way as this. Just belt there and come this way, bring it into here. We're going to need a triple input though, but I think I'm going to go for the same thing we did last time and go for the two doubles. Same as in the refinery. So maybe go for that one. Like that. Right, I'm just going to turn the camera off a second. Right, eat some food. I think you should carry on with the episodes. School logistics. I think most people are saying I should. But we'll see. Might make a few and see how it goes. He's eating in it. What are you guys doing?
Still sorting out the reinforced frame.
And I've just made 2 trucks, but I can come and help concrete the whole 3rd floor. Whereabouts are you, Jack? I have a present for you.
I'm upstairs.
Would you be so kind to come outside?
I can in a minute. Just laying something out.
Thanks, Costa. Third floor, electronics and computers. Thank you.
Which side of the building are you, John?
North.
Okay. Oh, I see a roof going up over my head.
I take it 4th floor is going to be lingerie.
Yep. Isn't it always?
Well, we can make fabric.
There you go. We've got fabric and rubber.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
I think Jack's
Well,
got his new
that'd be-
time.
Got you a present.
On mine, is it?
Yeah. I've got no fuel though, so you're gonna have to grab that yourself.
Oh, that's fine. Thanks. It's
It's
beautiful.
Are you on the south side, Jack?
I'm on the north side now because I'm looking at this truck. But I'm coming back up now. I'll just leave it parked there for the time being because I'm busy inside anyway.
Well, James, thank you for 26 months. Is this Factory but in 3D? No, there's... Well, yes and no. It's a factory game, but there are significant differences.
I like the suspension on this.
Right, well up, Paul, I'm right underneath you.
I see you.
Was there something you needed?
No, I was going to say where you can get fuel from.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh my god, what is that? I just noticed you got a belt coming up through the floor.
Yeah. I took advantage of a hole.
You can't seal the hole up though, can you?
No, it basically takes up the space of what would be 2 floor pieces, but it worked while there was no floor there. I can make it look a bit better once floor goes in.
Actually, I know what you could do. You know where it comes up onto the stand there? Why don't you put a conveyor wall there?
Yeah, that's doable.
Like one of those pieces. And then you could basically like build a wall around it like that. So that you can get away with it going up through the floor.
Yeah.
Otherwise we'll have health and safety on us and we'll never hear the end of it. Yeah, right, Lee, for now, we're just going to belt all the stuff up onto storage. But we need to start making, like, computers and stuff with it. Can Jack, just one request. Can you output towards the east? Because although our production flows from west to east, and that's pointing the other way right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Wow. Puppies, I can just see, like, concrete blocks flying out from you.
Magic.
You know, like a few years ago, this game would have been technically impossible. Just, it wouldn't cope with the graphics of this.
Yeah. There you go. Health and safety should be happy now.
That seems to work. Yeah, I'm just eating some food. That's why the camera's turned off.
Well, Sean will be happy. We now have a production line for the standard modular frames.
You've made my
No,
day, Jack.
greatly. Standalone poles don't stack with
That's
anything.
only part one of a big long task I've got to do now. I'll throw this into storage anyway.
Yeah, at least we've got it. We don't have to handcraft it. It's the heavy modular frames. They're the pain.
Yeah, I think what I might do is just make everything separately for the moment, just for the milestone, and then throw it all together
In Suskin.
manually.
I can do the computers, Jack, if you want to work on the frames.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Like the 50 heavy ones, the computers are relatively easy to make.
Yes, I am Cinema Leaves. I want to try and see how far we can get with the tech level.
All this so Paul can have a jetpack.
Alright.
What? You trying to tell me you won't want one yourself?
No, I do want one.
Well, we just built ourselves, well, sure, just built us some trucks.
Yeah, but with a jetpack you can fly. You can't do that in a truck.
I'll tell you what we need to automate. The encased, whatever it's called.
Steel beams.
Yeah, you need them for the heavy modular, I think.
Yeah, you do.
You do. I'm having to make those manually right now.
Also, the next milestone is going to be the one where we can use oil to power the base.
Awesome.
What,
So for
after
that,
jetpack?
Yeah. I'm going to complete jetpack and then do oil electricity. I'm thinking if we start on the second oil field and just have that one for just oil generators.
Yeah, I can do, yeah.
Have you unlocked all the tiers with the space elevator now?
Yep. Apart from tier 7, but we can't do that yet. Because it's not in early access.
I think the key to organising in this game is down to those stackable conveyor belts.
Yeah, I agree. It's so much easier when they're just like you can put 3 or 4 or 5 just in the same line and just split it off.
Does make life nice and simple.
El Plagiato, thank you for 14 months. You're welcome. El Plagiato.
Okay, I've got standard modular frames going into storage now.
Okay. I'm just working on the 50 computers, Jack.
Okay.
I have found one problem with these new trucks.
They're too high and too wide for one platform or the archway.
Don't go down if you can only take one on the bridge at once.
It's a good thing we made it 2-lane straight away, isn't it? We're gonna need to make a new super highway for the new truck.
Right, here's hoping I don't have curry on my
Yeah.
face.
Although by that point they'll be completely redundant. Because
Yeah, when you get the jetpack, you can basically like hover and stuff.
But they won't be redundant, though, will they? Because if you need to go and make something, you're not going to store everything in a jetpack.
Let's finish this off. What does that take? Okay, we've got plenty of that.
All this concrete.
It's all over your chin.
It's not for anything, is it?
Jack, we have loads of the stuff. If you need to take some, just take it.
Okay, cool. I'm still in.
Oh my
I
god.
think we have 3 containers on the 2nd floor for the concrete, and then there's 2 outside the base for the concrete.
How on earth are we going to get that high? Just how stackable are these things? Yeah, I've got staircases going on. Oh, actually, I don't really have any kind of depth perception to see how high that really is. Right, you have to go up there and build the belt. Spiral? Spiral up? That would look kind of funky. Do you know what? I'm going to do it. I like the sound of your idea there, Mordecai. I like the idea of having a spiral vertical thing going on. Actually, I don't know if I've got enough room here for a spiral. That's the only problem. I need a turning space. Can you put them on top of the other ones going up? Yes, you can. Yeah, we could take advantage of those and stack on top. So that's probably a better plan than building another one. Spiraling 3 belts may be tough. That's very true, actually. Spiraling 1 belt, that's one thing. Thing is, imagine when we start building a next floor. Is that high enough? I don't know.
You reckon I'd die if I climb up there and jump off the top?
Probably. But it could be a good laugh. And we have encased I-beams in construction.
Oh boy. We're very, very precarious up here. But that's a pretty decent height.
Oh, look behind you.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel very unsafe up here.
I'm just congratulating you on your achievement.
You're not going to have to push him off then.
You only deserve 2 claps, not 3. Your verify's just kicked in. Okay, let's see what's possible. What else would you like to see in the game? That's a tricky one.
Welcome back, Nutter.
So that's doable.
Robots should be in the game.
Robot
That's true.
butlers.
Bots that automate things. Just leaving a bit of space there just in case. Blueprints. The biggest problem this game lacks compared to like Factorio is being able to design something before you build it. Like you just can't do that. I think Dev said they're working on that. Split belts vertically. That's what I was saying before, is like at the moment trying to go through the floor with stuff is very hard. So like one of the pieces in the game which is kind of useful is this one, which allows you to have a conveyor belt running along the wall. Incredibly useful for moving stuff around your factory. But if you think about it, you can only actually have like 3 or maybe 4, like usually 3 of them, probably 4, and you don't really want to have a belt running around the ground, because if you do, once you come to a doorway, it's going to run right through it, or you're going to have to go over the top of it. So realistically, you can only have perhaps 2 of them, because when the time you get to here, you actually want that to be the floor for the next level. There needs to be a version of this that basically sticks out like 3. You can easily get 3 belts to a width though, like 3 belts within 1 tile. So there needs to be an expanded version of this, in my opinion. That would be useful. And then there's the other problem of getting things down a floor. Like if I'm producing stuff on this floor that I need to get down a floor, it's a mess. Like you can punch through the floor, but then you've got to put wall up, and there's no kind of conveyor there's no conveyor piece. So you just have to like open a hole here, and then stick something like that there, and then just start belting through the floor, and then you've got a gaping hole, so then you've got to start building a wall around it like that. You know, there needs to be a solution to that problem. Nobody's really responsible for any particular thing at the moment. We're just doing whatever. Well, even a component, like what would be great would be, say, a component that you could build here, and it had an entry piece like, say, I mean, maybe we'll get this with mods, I don't know. It has an entry piece like that, but then it's a completely sealed off unit. So it kind of looks like, you know, well, that, if we could make it. It looks like that, but it's like, I don't know, 2 or 3 squares high, and inside it basically spiral belts down. Something like that would be great. So you could just come in on the side, and then it will just do the spiraling and pop out underneath. Be cool. Mr. Tom LA, welcome back. Dutch Driver, welcome back. Yeah, Mr. Tom, if you go to the Epic Games website, you can buy it there. Missing cable.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
The game just had elevators to make it easier to go up and down floors. You lazy. Oh, that's not what I want.
Have you built any computers yet, Sean?
Grand total of 10.
I take 3 off your hands, please.
What for?
So I can build a manufacturer.
Yeah, but you're right, you wouldn't get a demo anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I'm upstairs on the 2nd floor, on the east side.
Okay.
Wow, that engine's noisy. Wow.
Just for you.
Yes, it's 3. Hang on, let me check. 2 motors, 3 computers, 2 heavy frames, and loads of cable that I already have.
Welcome back, Mr. Tom. Thank you for 2 months. Glad to support your channel.
Thank
Events
you.
send me for years. Have a good
No
stream.
problem.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tom. Enjoy Satisfactory. Happy anniversary, just one simple human. 12 months support. Thank you. Now we'll split this. Just let's split that one first. Don't know how many of these things we're going to need to store, but
Welcome back, Nutter.
they did do goats and Maestro. Welcome back.